Okay, right. Question 5. This is a bank rec question, and again with the bank rec, I think what you want to always do is to first of all understand clearly what's going on. First of all, I've talked about the idea we have two different types of, or when I say two different types, the first thing that has to be done is to update. We need to update the cash book. Remember that the bank statement, I've said before that the bank statement is a source document as well. And events that have happened in the bank that have not been picked up by the owner of the business just due to you just haven't looked at the bank statement, or when I say, I want to be careful when I use the word delay. It's not a timing delay. This is no error by the bank. So whenever we talk about timing differences, we're talking about banking timing differences, not yours. So let's look at this. And errors, of course, these are non-timing differences. They're just non-timing differences. Please watch the videos again on bank recs if you're not happy with this whole process. So here it says that a check for 63 received from a customer was dishonored by the bank. So in your cash book, you have in here on the debit side some receipt of a check. You've written it in there, sent the check off to the bank. And then the bank tells you, oh, by the way, sorry, that the person doesn't actually have that money. So if the person doesn't have that money, well, neither do you. So this 63 you had sitting in here in the middle of all the other monies, if you like, because you received it, has to kind of come out. So and again, like I said, a good way to do this is always to say this had come from a supplier, trade receivables, or sales ledger control account, right? It means the person still owes you the money. So really, you have 63 here and 63 here. This is really the double entry, because once upon a time I'll use a different color here. It's just good revision as well, so you see exactly what's happening. When you sold this client the goods, you started off with, I'm just going to do it here, sales, trade receivables. So you sold them 63, 63. Then they paid you 63. Then you recorded it in your cash book as having been paid 63. Then the bank calls you and tells you, sorry, they still owe you the money. So it's 63 here, 63. We're basically saying they still owe us the money, and therefore we do not have it in our cash book. That's why you have 63 on the credit side. Here it says a customer has overpaid. 2 remittances advices for 670 each have been received and processed in March. 2 backs credits are on the bank statement. So this question, I think, slightly is a bit off, because the impression here is that the error occurs in both. No, the error, to be fair, they just kind of escape by telling you that these credits are only in the bank statement. So the error is with the bank. Right, we have done it correctly in the cash book. There's no problem with the cash book. It tells you it was processed, so no problem. We have put it in, but we've put in the right thing. The back's credits are on the bank statement, so that's where the problem is. So that doesn't show up in our cash book adjustment. There's an advice that has been received from the bank showing bank charges of 92. This has been entered in the cash book, so we're fine. There's no problem. The problem here is on the bank statement. Direct debit of 128 has been reported in the cash book as a receipt, so someone's put 128 in here as a receipt, right? This is wrong. It should be on this side. So what do I need to do? I'm going to have to do 128 here and 128 here as well. I don't really know or care, to be fair, where the other side of this goes right now. If this error was purely done and the other side wasn't done, then that would be in the suspense account. But if this was a reversal of entry, then that's where that would be as well. So for example, if this had been a direct debit payment for electricity or something, and instead of putting the 198 here, I put the 198 here. This is because, the 128, say this had been the initial error. Well, the only way to fix this would be to, you can see these two 128s just coming here. This is the other side of that. So now we have electricity 128 and then the direct debit 128. And that's how this would have fixed itself. Then these two together make 256. Then it says that a back's receipt of 1590 appears in the bank statement but is not yet recorded in the cash book. Remember, this bank statement is a source document, so I need to now update that 1590 with that receipt. And it says this is a faster payment of this delayed by the bank, so it's not showing. This is a problem for the bank. So these are the 3 items, if you like, that will show up on our cash book. What do we have? 63, 256, and 159. 0. Right? Okay, great. So let's look at the next one. This is another ethical question. So as an accounting technician, why is it important to follow organizational policies and procedures, to follow the policies and procedures? To eliminate the numerical errors, this is always going to happen, whether or not you follow organizational policies. It's just human, and it says eliminate. You can't quite eliminate. Gain authority to access records to your day-to-day work. I don't know. It's not strong enough. It's not closely linked to this point to help enable both individual and team responsibilities to be understood. I think this is the closest and the best one. You need to understand what's going on and how this business operates. To add to your technical knowledge, I don't know, technical seems more, if you like, in terms of studying and actually understanding the actual accounting, not just concepts but standards. I probably would go with that if this was the answer here. So this is the definition of technical, really. But here, this is very much about understanding your responsibilities. Everyone having an understanding of the responsibilities and knowing how to relate with each other and what not to do and what to do within the organization for processes to work smoothly. So I'll go with that. Okay, great. What I'll do is I'll do the extended trial balance in the last video.